Hello, friends. Today, there is a great astrological event that is happening. That is, Jupiter is getting retrograde. So, let's discuss this. What are the implications of this event? And to discuss this, we have with us our astro expert, Abhishek. So, let's ask him what are the implications of this Jupiter, one of the biggest planet, largest planet of our solar system, getting retrograde. What will impact of this event on us? So, Abhishek, please give us some insight on this event.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, as you said, it's a very big and massive astrological event, astronomical event happening in the sky. And it's a biggest, planet of our solar system. And it's going to astrologically impact um, us, this retrogression. So it's very good topic, in fact, I believe. And looking at Jupiter with a Vedic astrological angle, we consider Jupiter Devguru. He's a Devguru and one of the most auspicious planet. And this Devguru is blessing to us also, not only Devata. So, and it's the biggest massive planets. So starting this discussion with remembering how we consider this Jupiter in word of Ved how he remembered Jupiter. Then I will go slowly and give answer to your query. What are the implications? So let's pray Jupiter first in the words of great, none other than Ved Devanam cha risinam cha gurum kanchan sannibham buddhibhutam trilokesam tam namami brihaspatim. And this Jupiter, when you go to our shastras, our granthas, you can find a lot of references about the Jupiter. So that will help you to understand the attributes of Jupiter. And finally, that will help you to understand the implications of Jupiter, retrogression or direct, on us. It's considered as a tapasvi rishi in our scriptures. Mythological. I'm giving you mythological angle. I'm just taking you more close to Jupiter first. In some of the places, Jupiter is called like a Tikshna Sring also. One of them, very rare, these things, because he holds Dhanus, bow in one hand, and arrow in other hand. And there is a Parsu, there is an axe, golden axe of gold he is holding. It means he's a warrior, he's a fighter. And there are some stories he attacked on Indra when Indra take over all the cows, and he attacked Indra and defeat Indra. So that story is giving reflections how powerful Jupiter is. Jupiter is not only a pandit, Jupiter is a yodha also. So he has ability to protect. We know mythologically Angira Rishi and his wife Surupa, and Jupiter is his putra, Jupiter his son. So you can understand the lineage, the auspicious lineage, the wisdom, that DNA you can understand. Angira Rishi, that DNA you can understand. And then coming forward, he got two wives, Tara and Subha. We know the story of the Tara, how Tara got in a illegitimate relationship with Chandra, and then Buddha came. And then the Buddha, Mercury, Jupiter accepted him. So how great his Visala Hridaya, you can understand. So that Jupiter. I'm not going in much detail, like more mythology, but just taking you close to Jupiter. So that Jupiter is retrograde, and just you invited me. to discuss this one today. Today, 9th October, so 12:35 a.m. I'm just talking in a Indian time in context, Delhi time, Jupiter retrograde. And that will be retrograde till 4th of February next year, 3 3:10 p.m. So it means Jupiter is taking us to the new year. So in the new year, Jupiter is going with a retrogression. So basically, the retrogression of Jupiter is a time basically when we have to there is a test of optimism. So optimism of native is being tested because Jupiter is pushing towards internal validation instead of the external gain in that period. So because just trying to understand more, like it's signifying the expansion. It's all about the expansion. It's all about the wisdom. It's all about the growth. And now significant shift in the energy is going to be happening due to this retrogression. So that shift will encourage us to do the introspection. That will encourage towards the reflection. That will encourage towards the contemplation. That will encourage to do the evaluation. That will encourage to go do the inward journey, the internal growth. Focus more on internal growth rather than the external exploration. So that will come up. So externally it seems like time to, like for in general it's like a time to slow down and review the lesson learned, what lesson we learned. So it's time to reassessment the personal belief. It's time to reassessment the values. It's time to reassessment the life philosophies. So it's a time to revisit and align with your long-term goals. Go deeper into the spiritual expansion, because expansion will come up, but that is coming up in the inward. So that's why it's like a growth and developments to be found slowing down. It looks like it's slowing down externally, but internally it's time to go and do expansion internally. So as a whole, Jupiter is coming like that, as a whole, basically. And then one by one we will go and try to understand like what will happen, because his Jupiter is in Taurus at present, and he's retrograding. So it's not going to affect everybody in a similar manner. There is a pattern. So one by one we can understand like how it will impact on the various ascendants on this planet. So it will come like that. So one by one we will go. The basic rule is like it's like we have to be focused on natal moon, and from natal moon the Taurus. So from natal moon we have to check whether Taurus is sitting, if it is second house or fifth house or seventh house or ninth, 11th from the natal moon. So that will give the auspiciousness. That transit automatically will give auspiciousness, but that will push towards the inner expansion. That is the only change.
So when we say inner expansion, that means the native will do more of introspection and will do more of hard work, or will do less of it and just do more of introspection only.
Now, the Jupiterian energy will push native to analyze thing, to revisit thing, what he learned in past couple of periods, and revisit those things. So that energy will push the native to think in that direction. That vibration will come up, and the
The
action is
native,
really depend upon the any action is the output of the thoughts only. So those type of thoughts will come up, and that's why that will slowing down external, externally it looks like slowing down, but internally things are happening. So it's time, it's a very good time for a
you mean
spiritual
to say
insight.
externally there will be a slowdown, but there will be more expansion at the in the internal realm of the person.
It's a in general, but if we go one by one, let us suppose it's a in general, and we have to apply one by one. Let us suppose uh, you know first house. So in the first house, natal moon, from natal moon, it's a first house. So if natal moon is in the Taurus only, so for those
Yes.
natal, if natal moon is in the Taurus only, so this is it's good or bad, but it gives native a vibration, a thrust, a chance to get out from the country. So those who want to get out from the country, go to the foreign land, and trying to get the foreign citizenship, and so that's good. So it depends upon the intention of the native. So it's a good time to get out from the country if they want. But Jupiter is there, so might attract heavy expenses in that sense, in some sense. So that is the thing. And if it is in like a second house from the natal, so second house from the natal, so it means he is in a Taurus. So now I'm talking about Aries ascendant. Well, if moon is in
Gemini.
Aries, if natal moon is if natal moon in Aries, so from natal moon Jupiter is second house. So from natal moon you have
Okay.
to check that one. So that's a very good, very good time. It's like good time, and it will give native Jupiterian wisdom. That wisdom will come up. So this time, this wisdom is giving inward, light, showing the light for the inward journey. And it's a good time to make life meaningful. So native might get an ability to find purpose of life, the meaning of the life through the Jupiterian energy. Although, like inflow of money can come up, and that is the happiness from the kutumb and all, that is also in the plate. But the external things that will slow down the retrogression, the internal expansion will be more in this case. In this case, that will happen. And if I take that one, that Jupiter, to the third from the natal moon, let us suppose. So the natal moon, from natal moon we are counting, it is third. So if it is in Pisces, so from Pisces
Pisces.
we're counting third. So for those one, it's not considered very good. The slowing down, like obstruction will come up, and the loss of position will come up, and those things. So native has to be careful, because um, it's better to focus more towards inward journey. That would be good. That would be good. So similarly, we will go further. So if it is fourth from the natal moon in this case, so fourth from the natal moon, so like it is in Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah. So I'm just only talking about the Jupiter, and the other astrological, uh, as parameters already inbuilt, and they are also active, and modification will come up, because moon is already sitting in Aquarius, and these two planets are, their transits are very, very, effective, impactful. So only considering Jupiter, so that will also give like a soreness from relation. That is more internal, more mental, like sort of thing. Uh, those sorrowness will come up, and so this type of danger can be, yeah, it is like a promise for this transit. Only transit cannot work alone. So factors like other factors are also important. Already. So we are up to the fourth house from natal moon. So you want to add anything, or I continue?
So when you talk about sorrows in the when it is the position is at fourth from the natal moon, so what kind of sorrows you want to specify? I mean,
It's,
generally
it's
the
like a
person feels sorrowful, or
it's like a humiliations from the relationship. So the
okay,
relations, yeah. So from the close relationship, it's a humiliation is coming up. It's a more mental, and that is increasing. The expansion of the humiliation is happening, you know, internally.
okay,
It's a mental sort of thing, more. Yeah. And if it is in the fifth from the natal moon, so we are going in a Capricorn. So if natal moon is
Capricorn.
Capricorn, so that's a good, it's like that will give happiness from progeny, from children. So that is again happiness, inner happiness is coming up. है ना? He is not bringing up any external gift and all. So that inner thing is, he is revealing more. Um, might be happiness, and from the authority also, the favors from the boss and authority also, that can also come up. Um, uh, Property in this case, like you know property in the sense, like not a external property, more it's like a internal property. If you achieve something which has value, it doesn't matter it is a monetary value, but it has any value which is not seen by the outer world, but you achieved, like a mantra siddhi. uh, it's a very valuable thing, but it is only sadhak knows, so outer world doesn't know. So something, some can achievement, some siddhis, Jupiter can bless. So internal, that one. Now I'm taking Jupiter, sixth. So now it is going to Dhanu Rasi, Sagittarius. So Dhanu Rasi is like, now Jupiter is sixth from that position. So like sickness and enmity, that internal conflicts that is happening inside the native also, and with the others, that is. And humiliation is also like humiliations from the superiors, from the supervisor, from the boss. It can be happen. More mental trauma, internal things are happening more. Yeah, you external world can't see this, but he is facing, the native is facing that one, because the all story is a inside, it's a hidden, and that is happening more in this case. And if I take it to the earth from the natal, like from the Taurus earth going, so now it is coming in it is coming in earth, it is
In
coming
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Yes,
Scorpio.
Scorpio. So it is coming in earth from the natal. So that is a seventh we did. Seventh we
Seventh. No, this is seventh.
It is
This
seventh.
is
Yes.
seventh.
Scorpio
Scorpio
is,
is seventh.
yeah, because Taurus Scorpio axis. That's the seventh. Seventh is good one. That will give like fruitful journey. So fruitful journey is not like um, some meaningful, purposeful, adding value to the life, to the belief system, to the personal values. So those sort of things can happen, and happiness from children. That is, yeah, children make native proud or something. They do something, so he feels. Here, feelings and emotions are more important. than the external expansion. So that is more important. And now Earth is like Libra.
Libra.
So he's in natal moon is in Libra, and Earth from that one. So that is attracting the bad luck, and might be problem with the mental problem, fatigue, and those things can be can be happen because it's like Earth from transit Jupiter, and he is retrograde, so giving severe problem, mental trauma to the body also. Those things are coming up. Now talking about the auspicious one, the ninth
Right.
one. So he is in Virgo. So he's means like natal moon is in Virgo. So the condition is like a sarva saubhagya siddhi. It's a very good position, all around success. So this all around success in this period from the 9th October to 4th February, that is more internal, that is the more inner, that is the more related to the personal belief and the validation of the belief system, value system. But it's a very good, it's a period of prosperity, internal prosperity. I can add up. That's one. And now the 10th one. So our Acharya said like a putra bhava. Uh, So it's a very good transition. Those who are in that it's a putra bhava basically. Bhava, not bhava, maybe. So like this is one may pay attention for any loss of uh, his property. Here it's more mental property, any loss. And children might, natives children might, face any mental or any sufferings, internal sufferings and all. And now 11th. So 11th is like prosperity or good thing related to his children, his honor, a new thing, new positions he can get. That is not reflected to the whole world, but he is gaining, you know, that is happening. And the 12th one,
So here in 11, the natal moon will be in its own house.
11th from the Taurus. So 11th from the Taurus. So you have to from the Taurus, which is the 11th one. So the Aries is from Taurus you are counting.
Okay. So Aries will be
Aries
the second. Aries is second. So this way, it will
hmm,
be
from
in
Aries is second. So like and Gemini is the 12th. So Cancer is a
yeah, that is what I'm saying.
yeah, Cancer
In
is.
that case, it will be in his own house, moon, the natal moon.
Moon is in own
But
house. Moon is in own
yeah,
house. Yes, yes.
mm,
But it's a transit result. So only transit result is not giving fully because transit has nothing. Dasa has to uh, a lot to say. So it's a transit. If there is a promise, then transit will deliver. But we are discussing here transit results. So transit results, what we are discussing, if that will not happen, then those who have not understanding of this great divine science of astrology, then he might think nothing is happening, what these guys are talking. But why it is not happening? Because we are just talking transits. Transit has to be backed up by the dasa, and dasa has to be backed up by the promises. So, in alignment. So that's why if anybody is very serious to discuss those things, so they should contact contact, you, this would contact, IVRC. So, so that's why these are the transit results, how Jupiter, the retrogression of the Jupiter impact the transit results. It is impacting the transit results, making native more like a more inward. It's a more inward. And it seems like its a growth and development is slow. But I believe, my belief is it's exactly not slow because something happening inside observer, the society is not able to see that one. But expansion is happening in native's life. Inward expansion is also expansion. That will manifest when time will come up. The whole Kal Chakra is moving in that manner. Now taking native to the taking a natal moon in 12th house, Gemini. That is the grief and fear. Grief and fear. This transit is not good, basically. So it's a main mental. It's an inward thing already. So that will come up. So this is the Jupiter retrograde result very at a high level because it's a horosas, so case by case basis things are changing. So if we for any particular native, if we are seeing, we have to see the chart in totality. Holistically, we have to check the promises and then dasa, and then we have to apply the transit, how transit will behave. And here we have only considered the Jupiter transits. Other planets are also transiting. Vedas is happening, and other Vam Vedas and other things are astrological parameters. Those everything has to be taken into the consideration. But it's like if talking about only this topic, like what you call for this Jupiter retrogression, so it's making native more emotional, making native more inward. In so native has to be you know towards inward
And
journey.
we say that need to become more introspective about things, and
Yes.
uh, so it's
And
more changes which are taking place at the internal realm of the native rather than the external materialistic world
yes, yes,
being impacted by it.
yes, and those will definitely manifest like when time will come externally, because what is happening internally, that is going to be manifest externally. That is the process of the manifestation, what Mahaguru Maharshi Parasat revealed. That one is Srishti Kram Kathana Adhyaya in a very very first chapter. All of the acharyas did that one. Everything is starting from the process, understanding the process of manifestation only. So,
So is it
so
going to bring about major transformations in some of the people, especially who are impacted more by this Jupiter retrograde great impact? Will be more in some, or it will be
it's like
what do you
what we have just discussed. It's like you know from natal moon, like it's a second, if it is falling in second house or fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house, you know so giving auspicious result also. And otherwise it's giving some other inauspicious results also. you know and more and little, that depends upon the how much strengthful Jupiter is in the natal chart, and what is the condition of the Jupiter in the Vargas. So that things also has to be taken into the consideration. So generally we can talk like that, like a second, fifth, seventh, ninth, and 11th, and the inward things are happening more. It's time to reassessment. It's time to revalidate, and Jupiter will you know infuse this type of vibration in native, and native will behave like that. And ultimately the thought process make this destiny. So how planets are working. So this is the Jupiter retrogression. I hope it would be like a good time for a spiritual progress, and not even development also, learning and development also, and doing like a assessment, introspection. So that's a good time. And after all, Jupiter is blessings also. Jupiter always bless. So, but it's a very, very excellent and a very great astrological phenomenon. I'm very happy we have covered and we have talked a lot. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek, for enlightening us on this interesting topic. And I hope people must have learned a lot about what is the impact of Jupiter retrogression in their planetary combinations. So, friends, that's all for today. And we will keep coming up with any such events if they're happening. So, thanks for listening and watching us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Abhishek.
Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev.